everybody. This is Matt Laessig, General Manager of BedandBreakfast.com. I know we only have 15 minutes slotted here today, so I figured we'll get started promptly. I imagine we'll have a few stragglers coming in a little bit late. So thank you very much for dialing in and spending some of your time to allow me to talk with you today about some of the things that we've been doing here at BedandBreakfast.com and the plans we have for the future. This forum is always a little awkward. You're not looking at anybody face-to-face or having a two-way dialogue, so forgive me if it sounds a little kind of like I'm just broadcasting, but that's kind of pretty much how it feels. So moving to, let's see, there we go. So some of you I've met before, or you may have tuned in to another webinar or presentation, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of a background about myself. So my opening slide is, who is this guy? So I joined BedandBreakfast.com as general manager not quite a year ago, in November of last year. Part of my qualifications for why I'm a good fit for this role is I actually owned and operated a 14-room bed and breakfast inn with my wife in Santa Fe for 5 years. So I have been an innkeeper. I have been in the shoes of the small business owner trying to promote and operate a bed and breakfast inn. And it was actually a fantastic experience for us. We think back on it very fondly, but I do know the pain points of trying to run a business of this nature. I also have 16 plus years in internet commerce, which when I look at that number makes me feel kind of old. So I've done a lot of different businesses, kind of B2C, internet retail and commerce websites. I've worked at larger companies for software, B2B as well. I've been the small scrappy guy running his own website, and I've also worked with large public companies as well. So I have a lot of different experience sets to bring to play here. Originally from Maryland, went to the undergrad at University of Wisconsin, go Bears. Went to grad school at the University of Pennsylvania at Wharton Business School. And last job before I joined BedandBreakfast.com was working for a company named Bizarre Voice, who probably none of you have heard of before, but it's a publicly traded enterprise software platform that manages ratings and reviews programs for quite a number of the largest players on the web, from Walmart.com to Target to OpenTable to Expedia. So I'm pretty well steeped in the power of word-of-mouth content and reviews in this digital age. So that's a little bit about myself. So today we're going to just talk about a couple of things, and again, we don't have too much time, so I'll stay pretty high level. But the first bucket is what we've achieved so far in 2014, what we've done to improve our website and our experience for our innkeepers and also for our travelers. The other one is really what we have in store for 2015, what we think are big areas of focus for us that will drive benefit for you guys. The first one is the property page. So we've made some big improvements to the property page that really profiles and highlights your property. And that's the moment when the traveler is really taking a close look at you, and we want that to be as best representation of what you guys have to offer as possible. I think the internet in particular, but the travel category in particular, is evolving to be much more of a visual medium. So one of the big things we did there was increase photo size. So it supports a much larger photo size, higher definition photos, and we also made the whole thing responsive design. Many of you will be familiar with that term now, but that basically means the display changes according to the size of the screen that people are looking at it from. So for mobile phone or tablet, it changes. And we're seeing increasingly in the travel category, people spend time particularly on tablets as they're doing early stage, research and dreaming for their trip. So the fact that we have these great big photos on responsive design for tablet, I think it really aligns with a couple of the big trends in consumer behavior on the internet. And then we also removed an ad at the top of the page, which found kind of tacky, and it also was pushing these great photos down below the fold or kind of cut off. So we removed that for a better user experience. We also improved our state and regional pages, so we have quite a bit of traffic as people are searching out Texas bed and breakfast or wine country inns, and people coming in. And you probably can't see too well on this photo, but it wasn't that great of an experience for the consumer. They'd come in and it was just really a list of cities in that state or region. Now we're actually displaying listings for that region, so it gives improved listing visibility for you guys, so consumers can find you guys earlier in the process, and they may not know what city they really want to go to. They're just looking at a region and trying to get inspired, and people love the bed and breakfast category will often even decide where they want to go based on particularly cool bed and breakfast they want to try. Of course, this is also responsive, mobile friendly as well. You know, we're continuing the push to make certain that our website works on all form factors and aligns with, you know, trends for mobile device usage. Same for the home page. We made it responsive. We also included some prominent links to theme pages. So people that really enjoy bed and breakfast might love a particular theme. It's pet friendly, maybe it's luxury, maybe it's, you know, gourmet food or great architecture or a historic theme. You know, that's part of what makes this category so great. It's very diverse and rich. So we're going to put forward these themes more prominently, not just on our home page, but everywhere on our website and in our marketing. And I'll actually talk about that a little bit more when we talk about our plans for 2015. The other things we did was develop a program called Reviews Direct. Back to my understanding and belief of the power of the review to give the consumer the information they need to make an educated choice. This is a back-end tool for you guys which enables you to bulk upload your traveler email addresses, personalize an email to them, both in copy and logo, and then send it out to them. And clear, we're not going to use your guest email addresses for anything other than this review solicitation for you. And similar programs, you know, TripAdvisor has one, have been very successful in driving review volume for properties. I mean, what this really means for you, and I've talked to a lot of properties about this. Some properties get it right away. Other properties say, well, you know, are you trying to tell me I should have just with you guys as opposed to TripAdvisor? The answer for me is if I were a property owner, I would identify maybe the 3 or 4 websites that consumers are going to do their research about bed and breakfast. And I'd be certain that I had a material volume of reviews at all of those places. So it sounds self-interested, but it's also, I think, fairly unbiased and correct. I think you want to have reviews on TripAdvisor. You want to have reviews on Google. You want to have reviews on BedandBreakfast.com because these are the places that consumers are going to research properties. There's a ton of research, not just ours, but public from all sorts of sources that consumers increasingly rely on reviews as a critical aspect of their information gathering. So we actually did some analysis on our own website, which is basically trying to highlight the value to you guys for generating reviews on our website. So most of you on this call already work with us and pay an annual subscription fee. And by generating some reviews on our platform, you're going to get more out of your investment. So it'll drive a higher ROI for you by having reviews with us. So you're a listing in the U.S. with 10 or more reviews on average get 76% more clicks to their websites than those with fewer than 10 reviews. And there's a stat for Europe. We probably don't have anybody dialing in from Europe this late. But if you're also part of our online reservations program, meaning that your property is bookable on BedandBreakfast.com, having more than 10 reviews gives you an average of 164% lift in bookings. That's not a good sign. Oh, it says I'm still speaking, okay. So sorry, we just got a notice that was a little concerning, but we're assuming we're still operating here. So that's the increasing bookings argument. So, and I think you want to have reviews on the multiple platforms that matter, and you're already making an investment with us. This is just a really easy way, and it's a really convenient tool for you to get more out of your investment with us. So for this is pretty much of a no-brainer to at least kind of pass that minimum review threshold. I know we're going a little long on time already, so I do want to say that we have something cool coming out soon, Bed and Breakfast Marketer of the Year Award. We're running a program to give an award for B&B Marketer of the Year, and we have judges, and there's cool rewards if you win the award. But more importantly, actually, we've collected 50 case studies from B&Bs around cool marketing programs they've done. So more than just the one lucky property that gets this award, we're going to be able to package the best of those case studies around innovative marketing tactics and techniques and present that back to you guys, all of our members, so you can learn from these tactics and employ them for your own business. In the lines with a bigger focus, we've always had a good educational content bent, but we're challenging ourselves to do that even better. In addition to connecting you guys with travelers on our websites, we really want to be a great partner to help you guys think about how to run and market your business and share best practices with you guys. So we're going to continue to try to get better there, and I think there's a lot of content we've already developed, but even more coming. So transitioning into what we have in store for 2015, we got back to remind ourselves, why we exist, period, as BedandBreakfast.com. And the mission every day is really to be the best global marketer and distributor of B&Bs and Inns. You want to be that resource that travelers go to when they're looking to dream and be inspired by the category and then find great properties, research them, and book them. That's really our mission every day. Our vision, which is really something that strive for, that's transformative, that could change the game a bit a few years down the road, is to become the world's driving force behind growth and popularity of B&Bs and Inns. We've talked with a lot of B&Bs, and I think a lot of B&Bs feel like it's an industry a little bit, in transition, maybe a little bit under attack right now. There's you have a big guy out there, Airbnb, that's getting a ton of press that is kind of hijacking the category brand and laying claim to the attributes that we all think we have as B&Bs and trying to kind of take them and present them as theirs, which are really kind of the warmth of the host, how important the host is, and also on the uniqueness of the property. And so you really think of it as our, BedandBreakfast.com. We're not just lodging.com, and this is one category that we serve. We're all about this industry, and we need to be an advocate for it. We need to promote out in the media and help you guys as industry grow. So that's the challenge we put forward for ourselves. So our focus in 2015, the big piece here, and this is just kind of the first long bullet point, but I don't want it to be just perceived as one bullet point of many, is that we're really going to focus on creating incredibly compelling content that highlights the diversity and joy of B&Bs and brings to life the B&B experience. It's a very unique experience, such interesting properties and different locations with different backgrounds and historical connections, or focus on gardens and food and art. There's so many different ways we can generate content. So you're going to see us start increasing the amount of content we generate, profiling it in a better way on our website, and also really merchandising it out through social and PR to get people, to capture people that love travel. There are tons of people that love reading about travel and dreaming about their next trip. We want to capture them there and get them thinking about the B&B experience. So that's really a key part of what we see as our responsibility to advocate for the category. It's showing and demonstrating for travelers how great these properties are. There's other things like, more engaging homepage. That's around kind of displaying the category on our site. And then a better online booking cart. We need to make significant upgrades there. Improving the innkeeper experience. So one major thing is, and I remember this from when we had our B&B, we were frustrated that there was no weekend support hours. So we're going to be rolling out Saturday customer service hours, making some back-end improvements to the home-based tools that you guys use, listing editor, online reservations manager, and kind of this business management dashboard that brings forward the most important things you need to know that's going on with your membership with us. And the last one is really improving our online reservations program. I think a lot of properties are seeing the importance and power of distributing its inventory to third-party partners like BedandBreakfast.com or Expedia or Priceline, all which we manage through our online reservations program. It's a great way for you to get additional bookings. So one of the things we're working on is just getting better terms with existing partners. So hopefully there's something we can share later this fall about substantially improved program structure for one of our key third-party partners. I won't name them, but you can guess. And we're also looking at adding new distribution partners too. So bringing on more options and better terms for you guys. And the next one is connectivity to more property manager systems, which is really so you can manage your inventory directly from your property management software that you utilize, and you don't have to separately upload inventory through our online reservation manager. So it's making it easier, making it more powerful, making it more flexible, and making it cheaper, and that's really what we're focusing on. Gosh, that says I've already been yammering away for a half an hour. So what's the time check? 2:40? Okay, no, actually I haven't been doing too badly. So we're a little bit over for 15 minutes, but I'll answer a couple of the submitted questions we got. We opened the opportunity to you guys to send in a couple of questions that I could answer directly. The first one was, why did you want to be general manager of BedandBreakfast.com, which was a pretty cool question. So I think from what I share my background and the thing I've been saying in this webinar so far, I'm obviously connected to the industry. I was in the industry. I've run the property. I understand the business and the challenge, and I have a lot of affection for the category, for bed and breakfast and inns. A lot of my friends during that time were bed and breakfast owners, and I think BedandBreakfast.com was a site that I used a ton of when we had our property. It was our most important marketing partner. I think it's a great business and website, while it still has a lot of opportunity to improve. Part of it is improving certain things that we can just do better, and some of it is evolving as kind of the traveler and innkeeper needs evolve. So it was an opportunity kind of close to my heart, and I'm motivated to do a good job for us and for you guys, and also for the travelers. So here was merging several similar questions. So there were kind of a group of questions that kind of revolved around map and also, to be transparent, secondary city listings. So secondary city listings, which most of you guys will be familiar with, is the opportunity for you to list in a second city that's not your primary one, and there's rules that you have to be within 30 miles of that property to be able to list in that node. And this is kind of a hot issue. We get it from both sides from innkeepers. Innkeepers say, I want to be able to list in this other city. I'm 35 miles away, but people want to commute in, they want to stay in the suburbs of a larger city. And then you have properties in the city saying, hey, list that guy, he's a half-hour drive away. So we get passionate people on both sides of the argument. In the end, what we do to help the situation dramatically is doing much better with our map presentation on our website. I think our map presentation not that good, to be honest. I think we can do a much better job presenting to travelers where properties are located, so they can make their own decisions about where they want to stay. And some of this map presentation on the page, some of it is related to search. Give them the ability to search, a city, and then, have a drive filter or parameter. So I think that's a big opportunity for us to the traveler know where properties are located, and they can make their own educated decision. So the next question is actually kind of connected to maps too, which is why isn't there an icon for B&Bs to look for when traveling with GPS? They get on various GPS systems. There's icons for points of interest, hotels, but not B&Bs. So I actually think when we do, as part of our project to improve our map functionality, really create the data around where everybody is located, which we primarily have now, and then generate feeds to the major GPS platforms, so you can start appearing as people are looking in a given area on their GPS, and you get that exposure, just like hotels and points of interest. So I think it would be pretty exciting and aligns with our goal to do much better for map functionality. And then the last question, what can I do to generate business in off-season? And I'll just kind of throw that over to wait till we come out with case studies from these properties that submitted themselves for the B&B Marketer of the Year. We have some really cool ideas and tactics that I think might inspire you guys to try some new things to generate business in the off-season. So it looks like I did it in 21 minutes, so I apologize for going over a little bit. I wish we could have a little bit more of an interactive dialogue here, but thank you very much for dialing in. I know your time is at a premium, and we would appreciate your feedback. And looking forward to having a chance to meet some of you guys at some of the conference season coming up.